the Disco Halal A&R sessions with Moscow.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Disco Halal A&R show. First show of this week, the last week of February. I heard that Mercury is no more, not retrograding anymore.
Yes,
So,
it's going direct. It's going direct.
so if you want to blame stuff, blame it on other stuff than Mercury. When shit is hitting the fan. Welcome, Louise. Louise? That's how you, Louise? What?
Thank you.
You know that your last name is like my first name, but we don't say it the same. Like I write my
Really?
last name, yeah, Chen, but I write it Chen for some reason because of my English teacher when I was young.
Okay.
I went to China one time, and they literally asked me, "Why is this your first name?" And I had to explain. I had two passports on
Yeah.
me. I had European and Israeli passport, and they held me for a few hours. So I need to explain what I'm doing. And I was just transiting like for 2 days because I went to have a gig. I didn't tell them that I'm coming to DJ, but I was like, I'm just transiting. I'm on my way back to, I don't remember where I was, coming back to Berlin or something. So, and it's a very common name in China, so I don't understand what problem. Chen, but still, just a nice sounding
Oh,
name.
yeah. It's one of the most common names. I think it's some ridiculous statistics where it's like 70% or something. All of Chens and Changs and Chans are all
What does it
from the
mean?
same
I wonder.
village. It doesn't mean anything. It's probably the name of like a place, and
Yeah.
where that one family then just made loads of babies.
Your father's family is from Taiwan, or your
Yeah,
father is Taiwanese?
yeah. My father is Taiwanese, so my father's parents were from mainland China, and they
Okay.
fled communism to Taiwan. And so my dad and his two older sisters were all born in Taipei.
Sorry, everybody is dissing my stash today. I shaved. It's all right to shave, and my mustache is nice. I'm a grown man. I can have a mustache. I don't support any porn. It's not a porn channel here. With all due respect, people,
I
please.
like your mustache.
Thank you. Please keep it together.
I think I think you have great hair and the mustache complements it very well.
Thank you. And I have also a great hairdresser because he sent me a message now, and he's like, "Next Monday we're opening. What time do you want to come?" Like this was the message. And I was like, first one in. I was like, okay. Um, yeah. Have you been to Taiwan?
Yeah. Since I was 6 months old,
So you've
I've
been
been going like 2-3 times a year since I was a baby. I speak Chinese, and
fluently?
half my family is there. Like
Which dialect is in Taiwan? It's like Cantonese or
no, everyone
Mandarin?
speaks Mandarin, but they also speak Taiwanese, which is closer to like Hokkien, I guess. Like it's its own dialect. It's really weird.
I feel like Taiwan is the best part of China. You know, I mean,
So, I mean,
food wise, I prefer the Taiwanese food more than any other Chinese based food, if it makes sense.
well, it's a bit controversial to call it Chinese. If that makes sense.
Chinese origin, I guess.
Uh, yeah, if you want.
I mean, it's like a
you,
mix.
I
It's like
think
a
it's
mix.
if to be politically correct, I would say just say Taiwanese food. It's kind of its own thing, and
Yeah.
don't say it's Chinese.
No, but I'm just figuring the origins of what is it closer to. If you ask yourself, the Taiwanese food, is it closer to Korean,
No,
or is
no,
it
no.
closer to Chinese? In the
Well, I mean, the thing is that the same thing. Like most of Asian foods, like of all the continent,
yeah,
is derived from very ancient Chinese food.
yeah,
So
100%. So basically,
China is just so big that it's like, well, where do you determine which is what? Because
yeah,
if you go closer to like Central Asia, like that's also Chinese food, but it's also very close to like Mediterranean
yeah,
and and Central Asian, Georgian food, like that sort of stuff. It's all very similar, like the Uzbekistan,
yeah.
Kazakhstan, all whatever. Clearly, I'm a nerd about that stuff, so I.
Daft
um,
Punk is retiring. Daft Punk is retiring. Did you hear about that?
did we just get lucky?
Oh my god. Did Daft Punk called it quits on Pitchfork? It's not the 1st of April now, right? It's not April Fools or something.
I mean,
The,
what?
the legendary dance duo called it quits after 28 years. It's nice.
Yeah,
I want to give my respects to Daft Punk. Thank you for revolutionizing music and bringing stuff and up until the last album. Thank you for everything. Even the last album was nice, but okay, too pop.
no, no, no.
Not cutting edge, but for example, if they would release Discovery today, it's still cutting edge compared to
Yeah.
what you're hearing today. Music wise, if they were
Oh
releasing it
no,
now, even
100%.
even Homework, it sounds better than most of the stuff that's coming out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Anyway, what I wanted to say that Taiwanese, Hong Kong, and like stuff that is like the outskirts of China are
Right.
very they're very the cuisine is very it stands out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Even
yeah.
if it's underneath all this, it stands out, and I'm trying to figure how is it a kind of a people are running away from the mainland to the edges of it, and they're creating something new. It's like the edges of the food that creates this kind of fusion cuisine
Yeah.
inside of kind of fusion, like a fusion in itself.
It's like it's two things. So there's the fact that the Hong Kong specifically, because it was British until 1997,
Yeah,
had access to to a lot more like Western influence and stuff, and a lot more Southern influences. And because it was very mercantile, like they were one of the biggest trading ports
yeah,
already a
of course.
100 years ago. Anyway, so that's kind of like their influence. And then for Taiwan, it's very different because it's well, I mean, it's kind of it's the same but different. It was Japanese. It was under Japanese
Yeah,
occupation for 50 years, and then after that, the Chinese, in 49 fled from mainland China to Taiwan. So then it's like a mix mash of that, and then also the fact that it's where it's located. It's an island that's like on. It's semi-tropical, so
yeah,
their resources in terms of like fruit, vegetable, fish, and stuff is very very rich.
yeah,
So they can just make more stuff. Like they can just be more creative. And then after the war at the start of the war in Korea, then came the American presence.
hmm,
So they've been westernized. They were westernized much quicker than the rest of China.
yeah.
Kind of like Hong
Well,
Kong.
China
They
is
were
big. Yeah.
exposed to the Western and white people stuff, I guess.
Hmm.
So
White people are the cause of everything, probably, of all bad stuff.
not
Um,
necessarily bad, but maybe the idea of like fusion and like mixing and
yeah.
just trying out, being exposed to like other things, I guess.
I wonder if would you go live in Southeast Asia?
100%. I've already considered moving to Taipei multiple times. I would love to do it, but
I think I love. That's. I think. I mean, for me, Tokyo is the dream,
yeah,
but dream. It will become a reality soon. Hopefully, when they open the borders. But I think in general, I just love Asia so much. I just love the buildings. I like this futurism. I like this order. I don't know how to explain, but here
Mm,
feels very random.
yeah,
I mean, because there is so many people there,
yeah.
there has to be some kind of order, as opposed to Europe, or the US, which is a big mess of pile of people. But this is like, and then Europe, which is kind of a village, I guess, a big village. Most of the cities are like,
Mm.
even if it's dense or whatever, it's not kind of, people are not running around too much. It's just cool. I gotta say, it's just very futuristic. It's just cool. So I want to go there, and the food is probably the best. No matter where you land, it's good food,
True.
and people are different. I don't know how to explain it. And not in a racial way. I'm just like, I honestly believe that they have different thoughts than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how to explain it even. I always try to put, I have a lot of Japanese friends. I feel that their brain circuits are not the same as my brain circuits.
So I've
I don't,
also studied this, and it's all a lot related to the language. So you know how they use symbols,
yeah,
for reading, writing, all that stuff.
of course.
So
Kanji or,
right, so pictograms,
mhm,
but then they also have ideograms. And so when
mhm.
you start learning Chinese or Japanese kanji, which is the same,
Yeah,
you realize how they think, like, is very much in the language. So like the
yeah.
code, it's almost like the code of their mentality is in the language.
There's a good joke around it. Of course, I'm sure they're like thinking like dog, computer, face. This is like, it's very like kind of rhythmic, and not in the way that they have more objectives than uh, connection words. How do you say it?
So it's
You know?
actually the opposite. So they have very few verbs. It's quite
Okay.
repetitive. So there are a lot of verbs, but you can always use the same like ones.
Yeah.
But they have so many determinants. So like,
Okay.
so you can't say a cup of tea and a spoon, and you
Yeah.
can't use the same a. It's like the a is specific to the spoon, and there's a cup that's specific to
Yeah.
to
You just mean
things
the
that
cup.
contain
Okay.
objects that contain stuff.
Okay.
And for every single, you have to know loads because they're all classified differently, and so you use different determinants. But it's that says a lot about how they think. So like, they don't think of all objects the same. They think some of them have more value because they get to contain liquids. Some of
Yeah.
them have less value because they're flat. Some of them, like, to some are like useless.
Yeah.
So there's a specific thing for objects that are useless, and then there's like, you know what
So
I
it
mean?
makes them way more practical than us.
I don't think it's
Them and
that.
us. I don't like these words, but in this, it
I don't
are
think
they
it's
more
like.
practical as people? So it makes it less emotional,
No, I
or
don't think
less
so.
way to express emotions?
I don't think so. I think they're just as emotional and stuff. It's just like it's just literally a different way of thinking. It's
Yeah.
really like, it's just, yeah, it's just different.
How do you? I might come out as an idiot, but how do you express emotions when it, I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying to think. If you're reading pictures, let's say it like this: if I would live in a world which I consume the information from pictures,
Mm-hmm.
so I would see a girl, a dog, that means this, or a cow, and I see them in picture. Not it doesn't write. Nobody writes it a cow. It's just a symbol. You know.
Yeah.
How do I? How do I speak in symbols also?
Um. Well, no, you speak in sounds, and then
Of course.
sometimes no, but I'm not taking you for an idiot. I swear to God, this is going somewhere. So some sounds equates to a word, which is equates to a symbol.
Okay.
But sometimes a symbol is just a sound, and it can only be a word in mixed with other symbols. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's like Lego, okay? Some
Okay.
Legos are like alone standing, and
Yeah.
then some Legos you have to build together
okay.
so they form an object, right? So it's the same, but with pictograms and with
Okay.
sounds. So like
Okay.
so that's why it's such an interesting language, because there's symbolism. They can mean so many things in different contexts.
Do
And
they
it
use it?
depends.
Do they use it to their advantage?
I think they use it to their advantage completely, because, for example, okay, here's a funny example. For holidays, they use phonetics to determine when they're going to do like Valentine's or like Father's Day. So like Father's Day, how you say dad, you say baba, and
Okay.
baba is also sounds like the way you say 8 in Chinese. You say
Okay.
ba. Ba equals 8. So when you say Baba, it's 8/8. So
Okay.
the 8th of August is Father's Day.
Huh. Easy.
You know?
Very simple.
So they do stuff like that all the time.
Do you find, I mean, you speak, I'm guessing, English, French, Mandarin, and they ask if you're a trained linguist, but I don't know. She speaks a lot of language. I don't know if she's a trained.
No, my mom was a translator. She's retired now, but she was a translator, which is why I'm so nerdy about that sort of stuff.
So I hit the right nerve, and I didn't even know that. So
Yeah.
no, but I'm wondering, you find it more I don't want to say exhausting. Is it harder to speak Mandarin than to speak English, for example? To explain yourself?
Yeah. Well, because I don't practice my Mandarin enough, and I think in my head, like, my Mandarin is very like childlike. Like I didn't grow more vocabulary, you know, because I
Yeah.
kind of I just know enough to get around and express like basic things, but I couldn't have this. I couldn't, for example, decipher a track and give my detailed, nuanced opinion
Yeah.
and feedback about a track in Chinese, because I've never really had to do it. You know, as I essentially would go and like visit my family and hang out with my cousin and my aunts and stuff. So it's, you know, so I know all the stuff to talk about, like food and how to get around and
Yeah.
how are you doing and how to listen, you know, stuff like that. I understand a lot more than I speak.
Yeah.
So a lot of vocabulary, I don't actually know it, but because of the context, I always understand what's
Yeah.
going on. And
Like me in
then,
German.
yeah. See? But you know,
But that's one choice.
it's like practice, you know. It's like, I think if I were there for like a year, I would, you know, then my vocabulary would grow, just because I would be exposed to more things and to more situations where I have to find new words and stuff. And then, you know, so that's also why I was like, oh, you know, maybe I should try. But English, I've spoken almost, I think I speak more English than I speak French at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
I speak more English than I speak Hebrew. That's for sure. I have to. Do you think that Taiwan is a welcoming place for foreigners?
Yeah.
Like I don't know about China. I don't remember if it was welcoming or not. I don't think they. I don't know if. I wonder, because I can only compare it to Japan, for example. And I think in Japan, the only people that feel like a foreigners are foreigners themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, the only people that will look at you on the street is other people that look like you. You know, they'll be like, "Oh, you look like me." Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're both foreigners. We're different. You know,
Yeah.
more than somebody in the street will look at me and be like, "Oh, you're different than me."
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
see what you mean.
I don't think they think in the same context. You know, when they see somebody that's doesn't look like them, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe. Again, like, I haven't really gone to mainland China that much, so I don't really know. I really only really gone to Taiwan and Hong Kong. And
I'll finish the Taiwan talk with, do Taiwan has a vibrant nightlife scene?
yes, it's sick. Like there's like a bunch of clubs. There was a great club called Corner. It's closed now, but it's generated. But you know, from its existence, it kind of spun loads of like a generation and of DJs and producers and and like other kids that just like love club culture. And so there's like loads of different. There's like a more experimental club as well. That's a bit more like the kind of the Tumblr, Fade to Mind, Night Slugs, offsprings, if you know what I mean. So more, so kind of crossover, trap, experimental, futuristic, weird pop, PC music type club, which is really cool as well. And then there's like your regular kind of like dive bars that have DJs, and there's the audiophile bars like that. It's just really cool. I guess because it's so close to Japan, it's like it's been really influenced by that sort of.
We need
culture.
More influences from Japan and less from other places in general. That's what I think. And I think also the fact that it's a dangerous place, weather-wise at least.
Yeah.
Makes it cooler. You know what I mean? It has an edge like Japan. Earthquakes, typhoons, same kind of thing. That there is an edge to it. Whatever. Earthquake is it's a thing.
Yeah,
but
you become a survivalist. You have a survivalist instinct.
I think that's why Tel Aviv was cool, for example, because it was a dangerous place. When we grew up, I don't know if it's dangerous. It's dangerous by its own inhabitants at this point. Hey, Justin, what's up?
Hi, Justin.
Good morning. You woke up early again. What's going on? Are you okay? Is everything okay?
Thanks for tuning in.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Should we listen to some music?
Yeah, I hope there is some. People are slow today. Worst case, we can speak, music.
No, it's true. It's true. I'm enjoying this chat.
Music? I'm enjoying it also. And if I ask stuff that you can say, man, you're such a whatever. Luigi, what did you have for us? How big are you, Luigi? How tall are you? You look huge. think I've gotten soft in my life.
I think it's really well done.
Because in the past days, if people would send me this kind of jazzy, I would be like, Shh, come on. But this is good.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think that I don't like the trumpets coming in at the beginning. It's too soon, and
Yeah.
I feel like the melody it clashes with the voice. Like there's something that's just not in key. There's something that just does not work for me. I'm like I find it hard to keep track of the voices top line. I think there's something in the dynamics that can still be figured out, like when the arrangement. But the general vibe is cool, and like the trumpet in the breakdown is the jazzy, sexy
Good.
jazzy.
Good.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
Oh, and I like the little surprise clap, but make it louder.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to make it loud.
Yeah, I think it's his friends. Why are they not here, Luigi? These people. Mangabu. It's a good name, Mangabu. Yeah, that was a good. I have nothing to say. If they wanna, I don't know. If they wanna do stuff with us, well, we can work on it. How did you get to? What's your entry point to music? By the way, I'm guessing you did thousands of interviews and shit like that.
Wait,
But,
my entry point to music?
Yeah.
I think just being no only child and being really bored. So I just really, music was my escape and my only friend. Sounds so sad. No, like in my dad's family in Taiwan, my aunt was a singer actress. Okay. And then my other aunt was a TV producer. So when I was little, whenever we'd go to Taiwan, we were just always in like studios and in backstages and in and it was so normal to me that and my whole family was like singing and just loved entertainment, like showbiz stuff. And then my dad used to make cassette tapes for my mom and I when I was a kid, whenever we were apart. Whenever he was in Asia and I was in Europe going to school, he would send us cassette tapes. So that's
what did he put on the tapes?
Classics, like the Rolling Stones, Fleetwood Mac, Elton John, Stevie Wonder, like
it comes back to that kind of affected from the American 70s kind of vibe.
Yeah, well, my dad growing up, my dad being in Taiwan because they had the Americans a military base since the 50s. Their pop culture was so Americanized, like there's a great movie about it, actually. There's a great Edward Yang movie about that era and youth culture. It's called A Brighter Summer Day. Mm-hmm. It's 4 hours long. I'm sorry, guys, but it's great.
Okay, nobody has anything to do anyway.
But it's okay. It's honestly a great movie, and it follows the story of this family that fled from China, but they. You see, and it's all through the lens of like the younger son. Yeah. So the younger son goes to school and there's like street gangs and he's trying to he gets into fights and he falls in love with a girl and da-da-da. But then in the background, his dad, for example, gets arrested and questioned because the Taiwanese is wondering if he's a spy for China and like stuff like that. So it shows really like how authoritarian the government in Taiwan was, and and then his best friend is in a band where they do Elvis Presley covers, but because none of them speak English, they just like try and mimic English phonetically. So it's really cute, but it shows you how much it was influenced by, like, you can see how influenced they were by America and stuff in that film.
Is it very long because it's in Mandarin?
No, it's very long because it's based on a true story.
So it's not long enough. That's the
exactly.
That's the main issue. I don't know. We didn't grow up with American. I mean, we grew up in a military country, but we didn't have this kind of. We didn't get the good stuff from the US. I think from the because we didn't have GIs and stuff like that in our country. I don't know. It's just I find it fascinating that the whole area was affected so much, and at the end of the day, the good stuff lasted. Like
Hmm.
from the music and from the whole. I remember going to this. I forgot the name of it. I'll remember. There is in Roppongi in Tokyo. There is like a bar from that era, like from the 50s and the 40s, like the end of the after the World War II. And one soldier brought her the 7-inch. I forgot how we call it, the record box.
Yeah.
Record box,
Jukebox.
jukebox, yeah. And it's still there and it's still running with the still same music, and it's like how much did they how much good, you are able to forget all the shit that the American did everywhere, you know
Well,
because
there's
a lot of
there's
the
a
good things are left at this point. I know that their parents and their grandparents suffered from it. I'm not you know
there's a great book about this. It's called Soft Power. So it's like the idea that through culture and what soft power through the influence of like culture, fashion, food,
Mhm.
you can actually tip the scale of geopolitics a lot more than if you go to war.
Yeah. So what do we need to do to change whatever is going on today?
What's going on? Well, we need to organize the internet. That's what we need to do. We need to
Would you do
but we can't.
would you
uh,
create a government in the internet?
No, because I think my big problem is that the internet, they're trying to act like the internet are like loads of separate countries,
Yeah.
when the whole point of the internet was to like go beyond borders
Yeah.
and stuff and territories and
Yeah.
languages. So maybe I'm utopist, but to me it's like we need an alternative to what commercial internet has become, and which is essentially like, let's pretend like the internet is just an expansion of like our territories on planet Earth,
Yeah.
of the
And
land, and make it up on the cloud.
subplanet.
Let's remake borders and countries, but in the cloud. Like, fuck you. I don't want
Yeah.
that.
I'm just it takes me back to the reason I want to live in Southeast Asia. It's also there's some kind of solidarity that I'm missing here.
Yeah.
That's even that's a little bit that I'm trying to create for myself in Twitch and this kind of stuff, this kind of solidarity, one for the other, at least. But for here, it's for 2-3 hours, every couple of days. So it's not like a real full life, but I'm feeling like even with this whole COVID bullshit, if I was living in Japan, I could enjoy my life way more. As if, I mean, I could have contributed to it, but by the same things that I'm doing here, but the reward for it was way bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
As opposed to now, I'm in the point that myself as a good person is like, fuck it, let them die. Just give me an out. This kind of vibe. And I'm thinking, if I was in Japan, I wouldn't have thought like that. I would be like, okay, let's do what we need, but we're all in it together. We're not meeting each other at homes. We're not doing parties like here in Berlin. We're not celebrating, and we're not going to restaurants. You know, we're not closing them also, but you have self responsibility. That's what I miss. That I think that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just what I've seen in my life, but I feel like there is some kind of people take responsibilities, and it comes from the lower entry points to society, even from people that do construction in the street. You know how much they care about the people around them to hold a piece of paper so people won't get dirty. From that to the higher ranks. That's how it seems.
I think you just said the word. It's like the care.
Yeah.
I think
Fuck, I want to care.
but I think everyone is kind of hungry for care, and interconnectedness and the collective experience, and regaining kind of like the mental visualization of and the scale of what it is to be interconnected, and interdependent. But it's just that the way media and governments and countries are designed is, to make us feel like it's either too big or too small. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And so I think that's why it's so great to do this. You're scaling back and you're showing like, no, it you can do it at your own level and it can grow.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not, but even if it doesn't grow,
Doesn't
at
matter.
least it doesn't matter. You're doing it, like, it's more is more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a neighborhood. I'm still gonna live there. That's what people don't understand, especially in the music world. That they come and I speak about it here, and they try to make the same track that other people are making for a certain success. It's like me going to a cool neighborhood now and going to a restaurant. I don't care about that. I want to live. If it's a cool neighborhood, I want to live there and I want to expand it and I want to bring more people and I want to be part of it. More than just taking from it something. And that's what I think also about the music business and the dance world, and specifically, because this is what I chose or what was chosen for me. That's like, okay, what can I bring the most to the table? More than how much can I take from it? And I feel like,
Right.
and I'm very discouraged by the fact that most of the world are takers; they're not givers. That's okay. I understand it. I'm a grown man already, and I understand the way the world works, more or less. It's just sad. It's just sad, and it's the same kind of solidarity that I think I'm missing. And this then I become frustrated, and then I can portray, like I said before, like a hater or whatever. But it's just because I'm missing this kind of solidarity from people, and I hope, even by me keep reminding the same ideas, I could make a little bit of a change. That's all.
I think there's more. I think you can be a bit more hopeful. I think there's more people that probably think like you than you suspect, or at least that's what I like to believe.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think like, okay, if I feel this way, and clearly you do too, then we can't be the only ones. Like, there's bound to be at least two people like us in every country. You know what I mean? And maybe
So what do
that's
we do
enough.
next? That's what I ask. Okay, I know what I want. I know that shit is bad now. Everything is closed. Okay, it's opening up. Moscow is still here. Louise is still here. This guy, that guy, the few people are still here that didn't go and work for whatever, went to work in some other companies, or, and they still care about music. They still want to be a part of the scene. What do we need to do let's be honest, the scene was bad.
Yeah.
It's
It was
not,
toxic.
it's a very toxic place. Yeah. And it's became a popularity contest and not a talent show. It became show me your numbers kind of stuff. Oh, you have
Yeah,
10,000 followers. That's okay. Let's book you.
but that's
vibe.
music in general. Now that music is content and data, it's all about statistics and it's all metrics. We're not people anymore. We're just like a bunch of numbers.
Yeah. Some will argue that we've always been a bunch of numbers, but
it's not, again, like, there's not like a right way and a wrong way. Both are valid. They're not mutually exclusive. It's just when you rely solely on metrics, then it's like saying you only rely on quantity and you don't care about quality. Like that's not the point, because, and this is something that I almost feel like I should get tattooed on my face. Like, there is no accounting for taste. Like, there's no accounting for good taste.
Yeah.
There are no metrics for like someone that has good taste. Like, oh, you have a lot of good taste. That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So fuck you. You know what? Fuck you with metrics, because it doesn't mean shit.
But that's how they get you. But also, by the way, you feel good about I didn't see your numbers, but you feel good about your numbers at one point.
What numbers?
I don't know, followers, whatever, gigs.
But what does it even? Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't mean anything, but you feel good about
it. Followers can, they're like, what I feel good about is when I go to a club and like someone's like, hey, are you Louise Chen? Like, oh my God, I saw you play at this one place and it was cool. Or like, I listened to you, or like I listened to your NTS show. Like, yeah, it's like there it just feels like it feels real. But followers, like, on what platform to begin with? Like, it doesn't mean shit. Like, if you're on Instagram, followers is like people that just want to look at my face, or that listen to my radio show, or that care about like what jeans I buy or shoes I buy. Like it doesn't, you know. And then on YouTube, I'm
But you're a tastemaker.
one because I have like a. But that's what I mean. It's like it's just metrics. Like it's like data. You can't draw conclusions from raw numbers. Like if you go in with an idea of a conclusion you want, you can manipulate numbers however the fuck you want. So it's really about that. It's like, what's your intention? What are you trying to read? You know, what matters to me is like real, you know, that's not why I'm doing, why I care about music is because music has been not just an outlet for me to express myself, find myself, It's essentially been a vessel for me to like connect with other people when I was a shy only child that was a bit sad and lonely. Like music allowed me to like make friends. Without music, I wouldn't even know how to friends. That's the truth. So
I remember when being a DJ was a nerdy thing, you know, it was a weird thing, you know,
I
to
think
be a
it
DJ.
still is.
Is it?
Of course it is.
I mean, real DJs, real DJs are nerds. You should be a nerd.
Exactly.
Only crazy people are enjoying music, you know. There's a lot of people that, I mean, enjoying it's very generalized, but you know, kind of like going deep inside music.
Exactly.
You know?
Like no one, you know, I pre-recorded my NTS show for tomorrow, and I'm doing like about the dream. Tirius Nash, who's like a songwriter, producer, he writes essentially most of the hits, and somehow, and he has done for like the last 10 years, if not longer, and somehow he's not half as famous as the Neptune or whatever. People don't know about him. And one of my friends was sending me, she works at Universal Music, and she sent me this track. She's like, what do you think of this? You know, I just need your opinion about the song. And I was like, oh, it's cool. It sounds like The Dream. It's like a good copy. And then she goes, The Dream. So what track by The Dream do you think it sounds like? And I was like, literally any of them, like all of them.
Yeah.
And she goes, but I don't know The Dream. Who is he? And you know, and then she said it herself. She's like, oh, I'm not the type of person that like reads credits and like I don't care about music like that. And I was like, well,
sorry.
I mean, don't even. But no, she does it. She doesn't work in the creative. She doesn't work at like a label department. She has like an office job, you know. So. But and she's great. She has great critical, you know, she's a great critical thinker. So she's not stupid, and she wasn't like I don't care about music. She was just very realistic about the type of music consumer she is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just explaining to her, it's like, yeah, but you don't need to be a nerd to know, you know, about Pharrell. Like, for example, I was like, you know Pharrell Williams and that he's done Britney Spears songs and, you know, Madonna songs or whatever, but you don't know about The Dream, and that's a different story. It's because The Dream isn't hot. He's not, like, good looking. And
Pharrell is?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say, yeah. I don't see it, but yeah. I mean,
sure.
No, I'm thinking. I mean, I can see his work in the studio. That's hot. You know, that's kind of him and Chad on the drums, and that sounds great. But I don't know. I never thought about it like that. It's weird.
Anyway, you know, beyond even just that, I'm just saying like I was just saying like it just made me realize like because we're in this microcosm, we think there's like so many of us that care to the point of reading credits and knowing who produced what and how they made it and with what machines and what synths, and, you know, to care about dynamics and a mix down. Like, no, there's actually not that many of us that do care. You know, it's like,
what do they care about?
Great. Like most people really don't, like most people just love having Spotify play whatever it spits at them passively and never even look who's made or the name of the artist of the song that's playing. They're just like, oh yeah, I like this tune. And then 3 minutes later, they've forgotten about it. And like, they're not trying to stick to it. You know, it's their life is more important. The soundtrack to their life is secondary, and it's very few people that care about the soundtrack to their life as much as we do. In fact,
Sometimes I ask myself, am I jealous of these people? Does it transform into other parts of life, meaning they can enjoy life more than I do because of that, because they don't need to dwell into, oh, I gotta see who's the producer, like I do. I listen to the track. Who's the producer? Who's this?
Yeah.
Where was it recorded? I'm like, fuck, okay, the day's over.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't envy them because that I don't care about anything more than there's nothing I love more than going down these rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Or like doing what we're doing today, like there's nothing I love more than listening to music and entering a dream world where I care more about like how it sounds, trying to figure out why it provokes the feelings it provokes within me. What are the elements that I like about it? What are the elements that I would have never thought of putting in? Or, when a melody surprises you and you're like, why is this doing this thing to my brain? It's fantastic. Like, there's nothing I care about more than this.
Do you remember any records that changed your taste? In a good way, not in a bad way. It's like this kind of, there's always this kind of milestone records that were like, oh, I'm a jazz guy now.
It's a great question. And I never thought about it, to be honest, but I think there was, so between ages of like 9 and 17, I was a rock child. I was like a underground. I was in the hardcore scene. I was like I was a punk. Like I was just I was really into, so I was a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan. When then they split. And then they split up.
By the way, did you hear the podcast with Joe Rogan and
Billy Corgan?
Yeah.
No, I don't really listen to podcasts.
You will.
No, there's like there's a few.
But you gotta see it. I'll send you the link now.
Oh wait, someone's like, Louise, don't you sometimes think you are overthinking a music's feeling? Yeah, of course I'm overthinking it, but that again, I love overthinking music. That's just my favorite thing to do.
It's a good way to spend time, by the way. People don't understand to overthink stuff. The day just this goes away fast when you overthink stuff.
Yeah, completely. And like, I'd rather overthink music than overthink like why a guy didn't text me back or ghosted me.
Do you overthink everything?
I think so, yeah.
Do you want to overthink it?
No, yeah, I'm pretty confident I overthink everything. But sometimes no. There's some things where I'm just like, so for example, fashion stuff, I really don't overthink it. I'm like, I really don't. I'm like, I just like what I like and that's it.
Yeah.
But then.
So Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay, yeah. So Smashing
Presidents
Pumpkins.
Of the USA.
Smashing Pumpkins, and then they split in 2000. So that created a music vacuum for me, and because of where I was in Luxembourg and little access to, I guess, more mainstream stuff, there was, our local scene was just very radical and it was hardcore punk. So I fell into that for the longest time. I'm still very influenced by, they kind of, those guys really taught me kind of like my own ethos. And I think for me, it was a way to break free from both, from what I was told at home and my parents' role models that was very like, do well at school and be a good girl and kind of like fit into whatever box. Whereas like in the hardcore scene, they kind of taught me to like, you can live, you can, walk to the beat of your own drum, kind of thing. Yeah. And also this idea of it's like indie or die, like stay independent. Don't rely on like what the man can give you, and stay and just just that kind of like that ethos. And then I
Like
met.
you're staying young with that.
Sorry.
You think like you feel like you're staying young with this feeling?
Definitely, because I think you always kind of stay critical and maybe a bit angry. And I think anger is like a good motor to keep going, even because like it keeps you from ever being depressed. If you're a little bit angry, it means you have enough energy. Do you know what I mean? So I think it does.
I can be angry and depressed at the same time, for example. But yeah.
Oh, also, yeah. So and then.
Don't listen to them. Just speak.
Okay. Then I fell into, I guess the more I always listened to hip hop kind of like on the side just because of MTV. To me, it was just always there. And then,
Grind.
but I didn't know about underground hip hop, and I guess I didn't know about like the Stones Throw. I think Stones Throw and easily like Madlib's Shades of Blue. That was a turning point for me, where it's like, oh, wait, actually, I like jazz too. Or it was more the question is like, do I like hip hop because I like hip hop, or do I like hip hop because of the music it samples?
Samples.
And then that was it. That was when I was like, no, I think actually I like the stuff that's being sampled.
I feel bad now when I listen to old hip hop, like I used to like Nas and this kind of stuff that I used to grow up on, like Fugees and all this New York crew and whatever. And I'm like, fuck, I knew all the lyrics but I could never connect to it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, yeah, you could never connect to that. So what's left for me then is the samples, and the original music, which was like kind of fluffy and cool. I like you, you like me, or let's go there, let's come here. Very simple kind of like funk 70s or jazz funk or yacht dogs and this kind of stuff, which was like, okay, that's nice. And this I still listen to. This very kind of audiophile like Steely Dan. People that I think they were so talented that they created something which was a compromise for them. Like this is like music that's been compromised, but it's amazing. Like all in all, it's everybody came from the best schools, from the best. They knew how to play the best instruments, the best. I mean, their instruments, and they made very cheesy music for some reason. And then you hear hip hop, they took it, and the hip hop producers, and they had no clue about music. Wow. Until recent time. No, I mean, they knew how to utilize the other people's music. That was the beauty of it. How to sample. That's something that like until today, this is something that I find very, 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 very intuitive. Like the fact that you take something that's not yours and you create something better with it.
Yeah, but I think in order to do that, you kind of have to know music. I think 100%. Like,
Kanye, I think is one of the best. He has the biggest library in his head, of music, and even whatever, Timbaland, everybody, they know music, like
yeah, exactly,
really new music.
And so like, I don't know if did you ever watch like the Red Bull Music Academy fireside chats or listen to them?
A little bit, yeah.
The Q-Tip one is phenomenal because he goes, like listening. At first, he's like, he comes in with his shades on and he's a bit obnoxious, but very quickly he like warms up and he's like, and as soon as they start talking about music and production, he changes completely and he becomes this like great storyteller who's enthused because, again, like music just changes your chemistry, like it affects you. Like for me, there's like entire movies that I know I love them because of the music, not because of the film.
Yeah.
Like the film, me loving the film came kind of like after me connecting with the music. Like the music just made me go, what the fuck is this? And it made me pay attention.
What example do you have for that?
E.T., obviously. And
Phantom
Thread. Phantom Thread is from like 2017.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but in general.
Yeah.
The 80s music.
Well, yeah, but not all of them. Like some of them, some of the 80s stuff, I think the music is too comical for me. It's too like cartoonish. I don't love a lot of like the 80s sounding synths, to be
Yeah,
completely honest. Um, but but yeah, I this, you know, John Williams string arrangement on ET just like fucking
yeah.
makes me want to cry still to this day, like 30 years later. So
I think that for me, like if I think about stuff like which is like Beverly Hills Cop and this kind of this were the music
mhm,
movies that I like. Coming to America, all of this kind of Eddie Murphy. I like comedies in general,
yeah,
but the 80s part was cheesy, but the rest was Prince, you know, in the music department. In all
yeah,
this kind of music, all this kind of music, they took like the best, but like, okay, let's bring this white guy to make the theme song so it will sell, you know, but the rest will be our music. You know what I mean?
mm,
Our, theirs, I don't know. Now it's everybody's. Do you think that, w- you know, sometimes I have this feeling like, um, you know, today, like the music that people make and everything that's happening today, and if you're talking from like me, I'm the same, like from Smashing Pumpkins to all this kind of alternative rock
mm,
scene that used to be, and up until today, and it's like, okay, nothing, there's nothing to innovate. We need to listen to older stuff. We need to listen to jazz, to roots. Is it because we are impatient for the new generation, or we don't understand them? Should we just quit? Meaning, let it go. Just concentrate on the stuff that we like, and that's it. Not trying to be cutting edge again, you know, like we used to be, or forefronts. Or you think we should keep trying? Is it, when is it enough? You know, as a person, when is it enough? When you know, when you're like, oh, this is bad and this is shit. Because let's be honest, most of the stuff that we say, we hear today and we see today is like very mediocre. You know,
yeah,
in when you compare it to what we've been through, which is crazy because we were borderline this kind of old generation, new generation,
yeah,
from people that went to school without phones, you know, and stuff
mm,
that people don't even know what it feels like. I'm sure in the crowd there's a lot of other people like us which
yeah,
were connecting to people without, just by the fact that there were people, you know, it was nice. You know, it's like, oh, here's somebody that looks like me, I'm going to speak with him a little bit, you
yeah.
know, that kind of vibe. But when is it enough? Not, that's what I ask myself. And
When
you.
is when is it enough?
Yeah,
I don't, you know, I think when we'll be dead and buried, no? Like, isn't
so we're
it?
going to suffer for the next 30, 40 years, that's what you
I
say.
I think, you know, when you don't you think it's just like it's like a curiosity. It's kind of like the search. You know, it's like that movie Zodiac where they're like they just want the search for the truth is
Yeah,
like it takes it just takes over their life. And I
yeah,
think that's kind of what it is for some people, you know? Like some people it's like they're the search for the thing that for you know the forever thirst for like the thing that love that they love and that animates them. It just doesn't die out
yeah.
until you know they're gone.
Until it consumes us, basically.
I
That,
think so. I mean, I still listen to contemporary stuff, and I
yeah,
like I
I
still
try.
think I still think there's like I think there's still room for like novelty and something and surprise. I just don't think we have to. I just don't think we can keep going to look for it in the same places. Does that make sense? You
Yeah,
know, it's like
that's why I believe in Twitch, for example, as a
mm,
platform. I believe in this kind of new place to that we can live in.
yeah,
You know, this is a new neighborhood that we can live in, and we don't need to be spoon fed by curators. I hate the word curator.
yeah,
This
me
is
too.
this life is not a museum, and then this is not an art exhibition.
Or a shop.
Mhm. Yeah. So you don't need to curate anything. I'm not trying to curate anything also. I like a certain kind of music. I play certain kind of music. You know, this is the stuff that I am, and not what I want to be.
Yeah,
And I think if you were talking about a subcosmos inside the microcosmos, which is the internet inside the world that we're living in, which is pretty much everything, because we live and die by the internet, from anti-vaxxers to political to whatever happening in Myanmar, and everything is because of what's going on Facebook, which I'm soon to be out of. And I think this is the way to go now, especially at this times. It's this kind of new how did they call it when it's like
a platform.
Yeah, no, it was better than a platform. Like in the 20s, 30s, people go to other people's home and they just talk about ideas and this kind of stuff.
Right, the new forum.
Yeah, let's call it like that. Yeah, I think people understand the main concept. Okay, let's listen to some tunes.
Let's.
Sorry, people, if we're how we say, eating your head. It's just happening.
Yeah, we're being philosophical.
Just about
That's
us.
Salon.
Please don't make music for TikTok. That's the only thing I want to say.
Tea house.
Yes. No, not Salon. That was right. And Clubhouse.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on Clubhouse.
I'm trying. I have to say, I'm trying.
No, it's so corny. Don't.
No, just Eric Weinstein. That's the only guy that I'm listening to. But no, yeah. No is the right answer. You don't need the Clubhouse. You can come to our Discord. It's like a Clubhouse, but fun. You can write people. You can actually engage in conversation with people and not just wait your turn to speak. By the way, great music today. I know it's only the second track, but great music.
dub version of this actually.
You don't like the vocals?
No, I don't like the lead synth. I'm so sorry. I like the second one. I don't like when they're both together. I feel like there's something, same thing, like there's a bit off key. I think the kick, you need to tune it a little bit. Like it doesn't mesh well with the lead synth. I love the vocal sample. I don't know why it disappears so quickly, only to reappear a lot later. I like I love all the elements in the break. I would make a dub version of like that break with like essentially like kind of stripped down dub. That's what I would play.
But dub from the voices or dub from the lead?
So dub with the voices, with the vocals, voices, and like that ravier little synth element. And I would, you know what I would add in that dub? I would add tambourine. It's an underrated element, in my opinion.
I love tambourine, but on the snare, I like tambourine with the snare.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have to say that I was a little disappointed by my own expectations after, because it started very well and I thought it's gonna go somewhere which will be magical, but it was very flat in the totalness, if I can call it like that, you know.
Right, in the journey.
Yeah, it was flat. I thought it would take me to way brighter places and farther than I was expecting.
Right.
But it started, there was something going on, then that something repeated itself, then it had another thing, and then everything repeated itself, and that's it. You know, so there was like a few elements, but overall sounds good, and you know, I would work on it. I would work on it more, and I think there's a big potential in this track.
Yeah, technically, I think it sounds great. Like clearly the work, like I don't know how to do any of this, so you know, well done.
What's the next one? What's the next one? A demo. Outdoor socially distanced pub venue mid-April. Sounds good. We can go to London. London. Let's do some outdoors socially distanced stuff. But only this kind of music. No dance music when we're socially distancing. We're just vibing. We're having our natural wine. We're enjoying some fermented food. Chilling out.
After a yoga session.
You gotta have a little yoga session. And the morning run. Eat your fruits. Yeah, it's too fast for a slow tune. Diago, we heard the latest news. Yeah, Daft Punk split up. What does it mean to us as people?
Nada. Yeah, the pick is wrong, guys. That's like, no.
No, it's too big. Well, as the title in progress, also the track is in progress.
Yeah.
I get it. It sounded a little Balearic kind of vibe, going to somewhere very nice, like this kind of Café del Mar old school music, but then it didn't reach there and it got stuck because of a big kick that just put everything in a little kind of stormy, kind of nothing happening at the same time.
Yeah, but I like the snare. I like the high, all the
yeah,
highs
the hi-hat,
elements. I
yeah.
would just make it even slower. Like, just don't be afraid to be weird and freaky with it, you know? Like, go all the way. Make it really slow so that all the elements that come in really hit you in the face.
I think a lot of people that make this kind of music, they're afraid to make it at the beginning. If you know what I mean, they're not sure. Do they want to go down tempo? Is it's like, is this gonna define who I am as a producer? Am I only making down tempo music now? No. Ever, I'm
But
I, but
does
no.
it matter? Like, does one track really ever define you as a producer? I don't think so.
If it's a good track, if it's a hit,
If it's a hit, yeah.
then fuck.
So
Never have hits. That's the one rule that I gave myself. The moment I'll have hits, it's over. I need to
you'll be
dump my name.
you'll be
Otherwise,
crystallized with the
yeah,
hit.
it's over.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Never be famous. Always be under the radar just a little bit. Then you can strike a little bit. Depends on what kind of player you want to be in this game.
It's true. It's true. Fame is a prison.
Yeah. I minded prison. It was fun for a while. But I got out. I mean, they threw me out. A sad Ladino. You're not sad. Why are you sad? It's just a picture.
I like the bass already.
It's very low, but very housey. Everything is
Yeah.
very housey today. Is it me? Is the volume here the problem?
No, it's quiet.
Okay, I gotta do something.
And then the kick is really loud. Sounds good. Sorry. Was I screaming? That sounded good.
Oh. No, I just had to turn my mic off so I can hear the music. Make it louder. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good potential in the stuff.
Yeah. I would play this.
Very kind of it reminds me of the track I want to say oh, come on. No. Something between Sunken compared to something between Larry Heard and Gabriel kind of vibe, in the
Yeah.
But you got to work on it more.
Wrong kick.
Yeah, it's demos in the real demo sense of the world demo.
Yeah, but the melodies are cool. The
they're
ideas,
good, but
I think there's
don't be
great
lazy.
ideas.
I always say don't be lazy. Don't keep it in this form. Work on it a little more.
Yeah,
I
but
understand that you want kind of acceptance and you play it to people, and I'm not your mother. You.
Hey, they're giving us material at least to listen to. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure, and I'm saying it's great. Go work on it. I want to hear it.
Yeah, I think so. constructive feedback to work on it, I would say the kick that you chose for that last track, it's too big and too fat for the melody. Like it just doesn't mesh together. It feels too the elements are too separate.
Yeah.
You need to think of a kick that like kind of just meshes with the rest, you know. I see it visually, but you know, in the EQ, it just kind of has to.
Do you play with production also, or
Yeah,
nada?
yeah. I am not. I don't know if it's imposter syndrome. I don't know what it is, but I just think I'm shit, and everything I make is shit. But
It's a good way to live, by the way.
yeah.
No, I'm serious. I mean, I feel like that also. I mean, people tell me not to say it and not to feel it also, but sometimes I feel it. What am I
I
doing?
just, you know, it's like I have this issue where it's I think I know exactly what I like and I know what I want from like when I start a track or whatever, I know exactly what I want to make. And so some things I know I'm just lacking knowing how to execute. Does that make sense?
Can I give you a
So
tip?
tell me.
Forget about that. I also come into a track which, when I'm a skilled and experienced producer, I go to a track and like, this is gonna be like this and this and this. It never is. Just
No,
go
no,
with the flow.
no, I completely agree with you. I just
Yeah.
mean like, you know, it's like it's more that like it's like when we were talking about languages earlier. It's like
Mhm.
I feel like I just don't have enough vocabulary. I don't have enough tools. I don't know how to do enough like basic things to make to make what I want to make. Does that make
Yeah, but
sense?
that's yeah, of course, but that's something that you pick up or not, by the way. And I feel like if more people were how can I say it? If more people will concentrate on the stuff that they can make as opposed to what they want to
Yeah.
make, there will be great music. Because when you concentrate, because most of the stuff that you say, I want to make something, it sounds like something else,
Yeah, yeah.
as opposed to taking what you want to make and make it your own. And the only
Right.
way to make it your own is for me, again,
Make it how you would make it.
to accept the fact that you are this, you are you.
Yeah.
And you are not the other producer or the other people. I mean, I would love to make music like I don't know. I mean, I don't have names that I want to drop, but you know, but it doesn't mean that I could ever sound like them, even if I use. But then I use their kind of, for example, if it's in a very kind of nerdy way, if they're using certain synths or they're using
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
elements, or whatever kind of side chains, whatever
Mm.
thing. So I take that and I put it in my own music, in the kind of way, this I can only take a small part from them, and then I use it and I utilize it in my music. That's what I mean.
Right.
That's
And
what I want.
I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you.
That's what I wanted to say. By the way, this is a good time as ever to announce our next remix competitions for subscribers only. I mean, you can do it, but if you want me to listen, it's only for subscribers. I gotta get paid. Daddy gotta buy some clothes when this shit is over. When this shit is over, I gotta buy some clothes because I'm gonna burn all my clothes. I can't see them anymore. That's how bad shit is. And this time, I gotta. How do you say it? Mea culpa. How do you say it in?
Yeah, mea culpa.
Mea culpa. Yeah,
Nothing.
myself.
Everyone gets it. You feel guilty.
I feel guilty when in 2017 I thought that I'm big for some reason, and I went on a journey to make records that were just Moscow Man EPs every month, and I fell flat on my face with that project. But I did create good music, and I stand behind the music. I just wasn't able to be commercially successful through them. Yeah, my Tresar series that I didn't finish, and I have to say that I don't think it's a stain in my in my career. I'm just saying I don't even feel bad about doing it. I'm just like, I could have done it better, but it's bullshit because it's what if I would live in what if, I would never get out of bed. So I decided to take some of the tracks that I like there and just do a little new version with, first of all, with thank you, Mystery Season. You know everything. And to just use them to how do you say it? Fuck it. Just take some tracks and people will remix it, and then will be fun. That's all I wanted to say. So this track will be Expressway, the first one. I don't know if you guys heard it. I think it's one of my favorite. Yeah, it's even on Tracks Magazine. It's not bad. It's okay. I don't know if you guys heard it. My little experience.
I like it. I would make it a juke track. I would just make it really fast.
A faster one?
I'd make that a juke track. You know? Like make it 160 BPM.
Yeah. Yeah. Reading things forgot to be this way. Yeah, if you want to do it, yeah. I love it. But now we'll start with Expressway. I even sang. But I didn't have a good mic like this. Anyway, so hit us up here in the Discord or whatever, and you get the stems, and we work on it from that, and we get the rules, whatever. We're gonna work on it. Fuck it. I was young. I was full of myself. No, not really.
I really like the drums on it. Like, it's really cool.
Thank you. Deadline. People already want deadline and stuff like that.
People like homework.
Yeah. I'm like, I really enjoyed the words when I'm saying you wanted the sun to shine in your eyes. You wanted time to be on your side. You wanted life to show it all. You got it now. So it's like a very bad situation that I had in my life. You know, it wasn't a good situation. But whatever. It's bullshit. It's just music. You want to hear what other people did?
I like the lyrics.
Thank you. I'm a deep person. It doesn't do me any good.
I mean, I can tell you're deep because we're having we've had a quite deep conversation so far.
With did, and I'm enjoying it very much.
Me
So
too. Thank you for having me.
thank you for coming, and thank you for answering on Instagram. And a lot of people that I'm sending on Instagram, I'm talking to you. Wait, I gotta show them. I'm talking to you. You, yeah. Answer your messages. It's only me. I don't want anything from you. Just to ask you if you want to come on the show. That's all. Also, I will tell you guys that this week, Wednesday, I got Anti-Flow that everybody here is love. Everybody
Yeah.
loves here. And Friday we got Manpower again, which is always great.
Sick.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a very interesting week. I feel like I'm very white for some reason. The color. Uh, uh, tone it
Oh,
down.
what, like
Tone it
your
down.
skin?
Yeah, tone it down. Yeah, I'm the whitest I've ever been.
Yeah.
I didn't leave the house since November 14, basically.
Since November
14,
2020?
2020.
Yeah, that's fine.
4 months.
Yeah.
November, December,
You know,
January.
last time I saw the sun
Mm.
it was July 2020.
Is Luxembourg a real country?
Yep.
It's not like a tax. It's like not like a bank for people that want to evade taxes.
I mean, I wish it were, but no. Like, my mom worked for the European Commission as a translator. Like, no one I know works at a bank. So
I do go out.
Sorry.
People ask here. Yes, I do go out. I can go outside. Yeah, I'm running every morning. I'm good. I'm just saying I'm not enjoying it. I go out. I just don't enjoy it. I need to go out. I don't want to go out. It's weird. I went out now. There was like sun is here. The spring has sprung. It's 18 degrees. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yesterday in Paris felt great with the like mild weather and sunshine, and it was a Sunday, and I had that.
It is open?
I was streaming in the evening, so I was like literally just blasting loud music in my apartment all day long, with the windows open.
And stuff is open in Paris?
Just shops, like non-essential shops, and shops are open. Schools are open. Everyone goes to the office because in this country, no one trusts their employees to keep working from home. But no museums, no cinemas, nothing cultural, and no restaurants and no bars. Oh, and we have a curfew at 6 p.m. So everyone has to be home at 6 p.m. So last night when I went to...
Sounds like World War II.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like last night I had to go to these offices to do this live stream from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And so I walked there, and everything is quiet. Like, it's so quiet. There are hardly any more cars. There's only like delivery people biking around. But it's it was so weird. And you know what? The weirdest thing wasn't walking there. It was walking back to my house from it at like 10 p.m. That was like, wow, there's no one on the street.
Michael here is asking if you're streaming. Why won't you let me help you to create your own
Twitch?
podcast kind of vibe? You can say it could be Twitch, it could be Patreon, it could be YouTube, it could be Facebook Live, it could be whatever. It doesn't matter. I like Twitch.
No, not Facebook Live.
I'm just saying in general. I personally like Twitch. I love the fact I feel young again when I'm on Twitch. It's crazy. I'm gaming ish. I'm playing like Warzone and this kind of stuff. At the beginning was to pass the time. Now I'm really enjoying it. Sadly, I'm wired. I woke up. I was shouting. I woke up, and my girlfriend, she's like, "You said, why would he be in the last circle? Chris is here. Where's Chris? Chris." And it's like, 1.5 hours till I mentioned Warzone. Chris, you know what I said in the middle of the night? It's like, why would he be in the last circle with a shotgun? It's like, that's what I said. I just shouted it because I'm so consumed by this game. And after the stream, hey, by the way, everybody, follow me. I'm having a new page. It's called Just go there. It's called Moscow Disco. That's the name of it, and that's the gaming channel I decided.
Okay. So
And
you have, so you're gonna have multiple channels on Twitch.
for gaming, yeah, and the Disco Halal channel is gonna be more. I wanted to
Music.
keep it more musical. I mean, I wish I could do cross pollination in this life,
Why
but it's
not?
not so easy. I'm doing it. I have some plans for it. Just waiting for stuff to to be open. You can have your own show if you want. You can do your own talk show, or you can read books. You can do whatever you want. You know, it's interesting. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
I mean, you
I'll
know,
tell you why it's interesting. Because I will tell you why. Let me
okay,
explain.
okay. Sell me the idea. Pitch me the idea.
I was. I don't want to say ashamed, but I want to say like I was. How do you say it in English? Wait, there's a word in Hebrew which is great, but I don't know how to say it in English. It says, okay, let's say embarrassed, which is not.
Okay.
But like embarrassed, I would be like, I'm speaking to myself live. I've been doing it for a while now, a few months. And at the beginning, it was only me and a couple of other people. And I was like, just the camera and no guests, still listening to demos, listening to promos, this kind of stuff, and talking to the chat. At one point, I said, oh, somebody's listening. I'm like, I shouldn't be so embarrassed about myself. This is fun. More than that, let's bring some friends to it also. Oh, they're fun also. The whole thing is fun. you know Plus we got I have to say, I'm doing this to myself also. The whole kind of demos, it's a good angle, it's a good in for the situation. But everybody knows here that i, I like to speak with people, and I like the conversations. But I think you will be good in it, by the way, and you should do it.
If I had a Twitch, like if I
Do your own channel, or if you want to, you can have a show on other people's channel if you want, because there's a lot
well,
of time.
I
You
think
can read books.
I think you're a great conversationalist, and I think also like you're really good at making people feel comfortable to talk about music and other things. So you've really managed to create a circle of trust on your channel. So full respect, like honestly.
Thank you.
Well, I think that's something really rare online. So I see the value. I see how precious it is. I just don't know if I I just don't know if I think okay, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I'm really tired of my own fucking face. I'm tired that like everything now is based on either selling my image or the video of me playing music, a stream, or a video of me wearing clothes, or a video of me like
But it's
going through
when it's
my
hard.
records, or that it's like I'm just exhausted. And I think that for one thing, that was the thing that I liked about Clubhouse, is that, oh my God, finally it's just not about like anyone's image. But then it became about like their business card, which is so corny.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I like NTS, and I like radio broadcasting, and I like chat rooms. Like what I miss the most is the collective experience, right?
Yeah.
So the thing that is great here is that this emulates something collective. Like I feel like I'm with you and also with the whole chat room.
Yeah.
And then when I do NTS, when I can broadcast live, because here my internet connection isn't great enough to do it, but when I can, then it feels really real. It feels like when people in the chat room interact with what I'm playing and I get to speak back to them or something, I like that. Like that's the thing that gets me high, where I'm like,
Yeah.
just like, yes, oh my God, I got that. I got endorphins.
Yeah.
And I think I would be really into Discord. I think I would start a Discord channel. But Twitch,
Yeah.
I'm just so over.
But it's different.
I just don't. I know it's different, but
No,
I just
let me
don't
explain
think
to
I
you why.
can. Okay.
It's yours. I mean, I have all the respect in the world to all the media outlets from X to Y to whatever I've done, all the mixes that I've done, all the editorials, all the whatever, amazing, and I will keep doing it. But this is mine. I'm not saying these people are mine,
Yeah.
but these people are here literally for this.
Yeah.
They're part of me.
Yeah.
When we speak later, we speak after on Discord, and I'm an open guy. In any case, I've never been, kind of. I'm answering all the messages because I think if you took your time to send it to me, I will take my time to answer it.
Yeah, I'm the
And,
same.
but this is yours, and this is something that it transcends above the whole kind of music scene. It's become this real life, you know. I remember when I was young and I used to like IRC or MIRC,
Yeah,
whatever.
I was on IRC as well.
Yeah, and I was speaking with people from Iowa and this bullshit. Probably everybody was men and they wanted to rape me and this kind of stuff. I'm guessing that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm the
That's
same.
not the connection. Maybe here people are fake also. I don't know. But the fact that they send music makes them more real, because there is something behind what they're speaking. But it's something that you can't. It's even different. I've DJed in so many clubs and so many festivals, and I've met so many people, and I cherish every moment. But I couldn't keep up with them as like I can keep up with them here in this channel.
Yeah.
So you can say, okay, I'm Louise, and this is like my OnlyFans and bullshit, or you can say these are the people that share. They're like-minded, and they share what I share, or more than that, they want to share with me what I feel. That's what I think. Plus, you can make money. It's not a bad thing. And you don't need to promote any content. You are the content. Everybody's like, yeah, I got to get some content to put on. Yeah, I am the content.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
this is the content, but then the content is 100% Chen or Moscow, whatever people want to call me, just speaking, like literally, or thinking about stuff.
Yeah, but you're really good at that. I don't think I would. I think I'm good at answering.
Tell her she's good at it also, so she can feel good. Everybody, or you can say that she's bad. You don't need to say. You can be honest.
I think I would be really. I think if I had your role in this conversation right now, I would be really bad.
You do have it.
I think in this situation where I'm answering or responding to you, but you kind of initiate, you lead the conversation, then I feel really comfortable and I can do that. But if I were in your position and I had to initiate, had to give the first spark of the conversation and the talk, I would, I would revert back to being like really shy and self-conscious.
But when you're alone, it's the chat that does it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You're, hey everybody, what's up? Good to see you. And you play some music and you listen, and you can put your turntable with the OBS, with the broadcast software and whatever, and play some music, and then people start engaging with you, and then you're like, yeah, you know what, you're right.
Yeah, but what if there's no one? Like, I still feel like
I think that's the issue here. That's the real
I think there's going to be no one. I don't think anyone will be interested in just like.
At least you're gonna have in the first week. You need to grind it. That's something that people don't understand. People here in the Twitch, they're grinding it. I don't have a success. This is not a success story. I'm grinding. This is people that they know I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Man, I used to be like every day. Yeah, I'm listening to music. My brain is exploding for music. And we're gonna listen now also, but I'm just saying, you gotta grind. You gotta wake up, you gotta make coffee, you gotta press boom, go live. If you want, of course. I'm just saying that you could benefit from it if you want it. That's all.
Well, you're pretty good. Why not?
Yeah, think about it. And if you need help in the technical side, I'm always here.
Thank you.
That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, family. I love these people here. I can name them by names. And after that, they can be even more open. They can be even ask me more stuff and we can do whatever. But we can do after. You want to do something cool after? You want to do something cool?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure.
We can do a Discord chat after with people. What do you say about that?
Game on. I just have. Okay, I'm so sorry. I would hang out with you all day. I just have this one call at 6 p.m. from 6
Okay.
to 7 p.m.
That's all right.
But I would come back after if you want.
That's all right. Yeah, if people want it, or we can do it tomorrow also. It's all good. No rush.
Yeah, I mean, no. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I can't move this call because it's with like people in America. But
Those Americans. So
yeah.
let's listen to a track. I love that people here. They're listening to the links. I mean, at the beginning, I was a little. But now they're listening to the links that other people are pasting, which is nice also, you know.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
already giving them the what they
Yeah.
think.
I can see that in the chat.
Yeah, which is nice. Okay, let's hear this.
Oh, my show tomorrow my show tomorrow on NTS.
Yeah, plug it in, plug everything else.
It airs from 1 to 2 p.m. London time, 2 to 3 p.m. Euro time.
Do you have to be a patron of NTS now to listen?
No, you can always listen for free, but if you are a subscriber, you get the live track ideas and you get access to like reductions on merch and other perks. Like, you know, you have access to like more stuff.
Yeah, everybody wants you to be everybody. Just one person, but that's good also. For me,
Yeah.
one person is the whole world.
I'm game on. I would love to do the Discord.
I want to try, and we can have. And there is like on our Discord, there is a voice channel that says we can hear you, and then we can all join there and just speak, and everybody can say whatever they want in a fashion. And please, guys, don't be guys. You know, don't be.
No, I would love to.
And then,
you know, it will definitely feel like the collective experience. So that'll be cool.
We already have like a lot of people on Discord. What is it? Like 230 people.
Wow.
It's not bad.
No, it's great. Are you kidding? It's massive.
People are waiting for the stems. Okay.
Let's listen to that tune. Sorry, I got sidetracked.
No. I did. And I also wasn't prepared that you're leaving soon.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all right. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, I'm going back to Warzone.
Good baseline.
Classics.
Night after night.
You don't like vocals, I think.
I love vocals, but these ones, they're way too in the front and bright in the mix. No. I love the drums. I love the bass line. Kind of like early house vibes. Love it.
I like how fast you are. I'm like keeping these people here hostages, but you're like, no. It's like,
sorry.
And this is something you need to learn about that I tell everybody about Twitch. It's a kind of a hostage negotiator situation, and you're both. Think about it like that.
Yeah,
that's also social media in general, but I cracked it. I don't know how to use it, but I cracked it.
Right.
Leave the vocals. Let them be. Who did this thing? Who sent this? Cut the vocals. Cut the vocals.
Night after night.
Pampas, yes, it's true that they broke up. I don't think it's a sad day for music.
What it could be like.
but we respect them very much.
If I could get next to you
Good stuff, Russo Jen
night after night.
or Rosso. He said that he gave you a USB and you never
He
answered.
did. I remember.
What it could be like
No, I'm joking. I got a bunch of them,
if I could get next to
but I heard them.
Okay, I want to hear the instrumental version.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I think it all sounds great, and then the vocals take me out of the groove completely.
What
I'm like,
more than
what
the
is this dry ass voice? Like itching my hair. It's so to the front. It takes too much room. Takes too much room in the mix. Like it's annoying. It's annoying.
Oh, she's here finally. She
Sorry.
came. Sorry. You came to the show.
It's too bright. It's too like
Yeah.
no. This isn't a radio show. It's a track. Like I don't want to. I also like I like the early house vibe, and then this vocal comes in and it sounds so 2021. It's like it's too new. It's too plasticky. Like
wanna play you
make it rough. Like
I wanna-
beat it up a bit.
I want to play with something. You mind?
Sorry.
No, it's all right. We
Go
don't
for
have much time. I want to play with something that's going to come out this Friday, and I can do it because it's my label. That's the beauty of it. I want to see what you think about it. You can be honest.
Oh
but
no!
don't-
Wait. We have 15 more minutes because the call is being pushed back.
Good. Those Americans. You know what we can do? We can do more shows that are good cup, bad cup. And I'll be like, no, yeah. You can be the bad cup.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm
And they
so.
look at
I'm
me
just.
like, oh, look at her. She's so nice, and she can never be nasty. And they look at me like, this fucking guy. And this fucking guy said some shit about the drums or whatever. About the other track, I want to hear the extra beats version. Meaning, I just want the beats. I don't like the boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Okay. So I like the.
And-
I agree with you. I think the beats are great, and I like the bass line, but it needs variation. There are moments where I would take it out. Create surprise because it's just too. It's the choice of the synth for it. Like it sounds. I like that sort of sound, but it takes so much space in the mix that it's really obvious that it's repetitive, if that makes sense. So you have to create surprise a little bit by like taking it out, bringing it back in, make some notes shorter, make like a take one or two away, and then just make like small alterations to it, like so there's a bit of variation and it doesn't feel too repetitive.
100%. Stand by everything you said. Coming out this Friday.
Hey, I like that sort of stuff.
on Disco Halal.
I love the chords. I'm already, I'm here. I'm here for it.
We're not only doing Mediterranean music.
The drums
Not
sound
a
good.
hummus track. No Baba Ganoush.
I knew that was gonna be a vocal.
Of course. 2021.
I like this. The beat sounds great. Really well mixed.
It's featuring some girl,
Yeah, the vocals.
It has to have some vocals on it.
You lost me.
I'll send you an instrumental.
You see,
Instrumental.
I have somebody too. I have you. But if the world was
It's a very nice vocal.
No, she sings really well. I just hate it.
Would you just take me dancing now? Would you just? You take all
I'll
my
tell you why, because it came as an instrumental and I wanted vocal on it.
You take all my defenses down. You take me out. I want you to.
See,
So disappointing to look at your face like that. It's like,
I would.
it's over, it's over, it's over. I'm gonna change the release now, and I'm gonna do a release of an instrumental version of it, and that's it. You know? It's over.
I mean, she sings really well, and I get the point. It's really just not my taste. I would have I would love to hear the jungle version of this track as well. You know, so a very like a faster, and maybe with like what I would, instead of having like someone sing for vocals, I would have sampled probably like a rappers.
That was my first idea.
Rap interludes, and I
Yeah.
would chop them up like really, really small, and you know, that's what I would have done, and make it really gimmicky. Like I love a good old like very repetitive and gimmicky vocal. I don't like songs. Like I didn't get into electronic music so that I could hear songs. Like fuck that shit. You know, if I want to hear songs, then I'll just listen to pop
Interesting point of view.
or R&B, or you know, like then I want want the tunes to be 3 minutes 35 and you know 4 minute 50 max. I don't like electronic music is another experience for me.
Okay, next up. It's all right. It's okay to have a taste. You see, I receive it very well. It's
Yeah.
not bad, yeah.
No,
I think it's
okay.
great.
No, wait, because I already gave you the negative. But then the positive is I think the mixdown is fucking amazing. It sounds great. The kick is great. The beat is great. The synths are great. And they're not even the type of synths that usually I like sound wise, you know, where they are on the frequency, like with the mids and stuff. It's not usually the type of like stuff that hits me, but there I like it. Like I think it's great, and it's funky as well. Like you know, it's got it all.
Has a groove.
Yeah.
It's groovy. I hope this one is groovy also. No. It's like, no, it's not groovy.
Yeah, fade to gray.
Up until I don't know if it's still true. I never knew they say fade to gray. I thought they said fight the crime.
It's visage. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought they were saying we fight the crime.
Fade to gray.
No, it's a good joke. Never mind.
It's okay. You know, it's a dad joke.
No.
This,
I mean, not no, but just like
personally, this is literally everything I don't like in electronic music.
soft synth.
No, a very square synths that are like, you know, that fit the beat like to the one. It mathematically very rational. I hate that. I don't like Giorgio Moroder. Like I'm just gonna say it. I know it's controversial. I don't like that. I hate that sort of disco. I find it. Yeah, I really don't like it. I like when I like mistakes. I like things that are off, you know, offbeat. I like when it's raw. I like when it saturates a little bit or when it's wonky. I like when it's a bit fucked up. I don't mean lo-fi as in like the aesthetic. I just like when it's a bit like it feels very human, you know, when it really feels like, oh, well, there you go. This is the human mistake, you know, there's like, I like that. And I don't like when it's very mathematical and like, well, 4 beats to the, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, and then we are gonna divide them up in halves and in quarters, and like, no, this isn't, but give me a bit of swing, give me a bit of shuffle, give me a bit of like, beat. I love, like, for example, in disco, I love when the drummer is kind of like late on the beat,
So you're into the DFA stuff?
No, because DFA, same, it's a bit too
Old
like,
stuff, I mean.
huh?
Old stuff. I'm not saying now.
Yeah, I was never really
Punk,
into
like
it that
disco
much.
punk.
I like the few DFA stuff that I liked were, I liked some of the Holy
Holy Ghost,
Ghost,
yeah.
and because I think because it was kind of like live instruments, it felt more like a band.
It is a band.
And
Yeah.
yeah, they're a band, but I just mean like some of the stuff, the way they were thinking of melody, they were it was like songs a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, I like All My Friends, and Daft Punk is playing at my house, but that's about
Not
it.
anymore. No, I'm joking.
I never really I wasn't into that sort of stuff at that time. At that time, I was really into like more experimental shit. I was like, I was very, I was going to like ATP festival, and it's the early days of Primavera Sound and I was into like that, the blog years of indie music. So it was, for me, it was more like, Steve Albini's band, like Shellac and Lightning Bolt and like Mars Volta, like that sort of stuff. I wasn't into electronic music at that time, like not so much.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I understand it. What did I want to say? What did I want to ask? Let's see the next one. You know what?
Yeah.
Let's listen to some music. I wanna
Let's
hear some
listen to
music.
some music.
Yeah, because I don't like. There's like a timetable.
And yes,
now.
John Theodore is a G. I love him.
Let's try to rearrange this listening session. Do you want to do it in what you like, or what do you find that you like in the track?
No, we're listening. I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm just like,
I saw the face. I was like, it's like,
no, I'm listening. I'm just listening.
Okay.
I swear.
Okay. I really like the artwork. It's like, what a cute baby. I really like his name.
No, I like the percussions. I like the bass. I like that little guitar bit. The lead melody is comical to me. It's like, it's really, it's too naive. Like I can't take it seriously, which is a shame because everything else is played so well, So I yeah, but it's not even really it's not even like catchy enough to really be a game show melody, which is, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a bit too slow, it's a bit too, drags a bit.
I just
like
don't understand why this track exists. I don't know if you can understand me. I just don't understand the track. There has to be something behind it. I just don't understand it. That's like if you're talking about fashion, you put some stuff on you and it looks good. It doesn't happen all the time. It's like there is a lot of planning and there is some good elements here. It's just no.
Yeah. Well,
it
it's just
didn't
like
come together.
everything else makes sense, and then that lead is like way out of left field, just like sits on top of everything and squashes the rest.
Yeah.
which feels, and the rest feels very like delicate and well, and like fine and finely put together, and the groove and the funk is like very, it's like it's like really well crafted, and then that thing is like it's like rude. It feels like it feels like, oh, here's like a thesis you've worked on for like 2 years for your final PhD thesis or something, and then the cover of it is like Comic Sans.
Yeah. Remind me to tell something after about Comic Sans.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay, moving on. I want to hear I gotta pee for a second. I'll be right back. It's full volume. So just roll with this guy. He does interesting stuff. Roll with him.
I mean, I'm into it already, to be honest.
Roll with him. Gaston's dead.
Yeah, I'm really into this. See, I like the vocals on this. I love it.
It sounds like a
I
very
really
good,
like it.
yeah, a very good breakup song.
No, it's a happy song.
This is not happy. What's happy about it?
It's a happy song to me.
When he says if you want,
I'll take you there.
yeah. What do you mean if you want?
If you don't, then I don't care. Like, I think it's great. I really like the song, and I wonder, I'm not even sure about this, but I wonder if the drums could be a bit louder, like
Everything
the
could be
snare could be a
louder.
bit loud. Yeah. But like within the mix, because the synths are quite same, they're like quite fat on the mix. So I feel like the some sharp elements need to kind of like break through it a little bit. It'll add more dynamics to the track. But I love where the vocals are sitting. I love how they sound. I love that they're not too loud and they're not too much to the front of the mix.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yeah, you nailed it for me.
Let's see where it's going. And also, you got a few days to work on it, and then I'm gonna put it on the weekly if you want, on our compilation. Did you hear about our weekly compilation?
See, it is a happy song, Moscow.
I don't buy it. Also, bro, you got better the past couple of months. Fuck yeah.
And if you don't care, that's fine.
Your song totally fits to it. You are the fit.
I really like the song.
Yeah.
I think that could be released like this.
How the American people say, I fuck with this. Totally.
I even like these guitars, these like kind of 80s
Amazing.
rat-a-tat guitars, like
Amazing.
you know, I think like the whole thing, it's really coherent.
All right, I signed it. It's over. I signed it. That's it. I took it. But just to work a little bit on the mix.
Yeah, gotta work a little bit on the mix. Maybe add a tiny bit of more reverb, like on the snare.
Yeah, on everything.
Just make, just either make it like super sharp and then really break through the mix.
Yeah.
Or make it like make it take a bit more room with like reverb and a bit of delay or something,
Yeah. Drown that shit.
But melody wise, harmonics, like I love it.
Dynamite. All good. Let's not listen to more music.
What? You don't want to do one last? There's like
Yeah.
one last demo. Let's do it.
There's so many. There's
so many.
There's so many.
There's so many.
There's many more. Very good music today, by the way.
Yeah, really good music.
Yeah, one of the best shows.
Because I'm renowned to be so bitchy. So there was,
Everybody established the fact that you're not already, right? Everybody tell her that she's not. I'm so white. Wait, I gotta make myself cooler. Okay, nice. I got this. This is for to make yourself cooler. Like this. Love. Boom. Boom. Look at that color.
I have that. I have those IKEA ones too. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Wait, let's go back to the track, no?
Yeah. Mastering and all the stuff. I'll take care of it. Just send it to me. Just mix it and work with it. People are worrying all the time about the small stuff.
I'll come back.
One day I'm gonna, how do you say it? I'm gonna, I forgot how to say it. I'll need to find the word. Wait. Twitchy, don't you get a notification in your mail that the show is starting? Also, it's all the time at 4 p.m. in Berlin or York, Central York. But great name, Twitchy Joe. Twitchy Joe, what's your last name? It's a good track.
Yeah.
Cute. Inspector Gadget in space. Bye.
Okay.
Can I speak now? Can I speak
Yeah,
to my
yeah.
show, please? Please.
Sure.
I
Fine.
want to say, how do you say when you pass something after you pass away? Bequeath? Bequeath?
Oh, yeah, right.
So I'll give you the show one day. I think when I'm done with it, when I'm done telling people that their music is. I think this track relays too much on one idea, so it falls flat because of that. That's what I think. Other than that, I think it has very good potential, but it just lays on. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun. It has a hook, but it says only a hook. That's what I
Mm,
think. That's what I thought.
yeah.
What do you think? Same.
I didn't even think of I wasn't even thinking at that grand scale, to be honest. I was just thinking that I want to make that snare way louder. And no, seriously, if you want to hear,
Yeah,
if
the
I
thing
were to
with
play it
snares.
in the club, what
You have a thing with snares.
do I?
Yeah.
No, but it's like the mood of this track. Like, it's not quite the music that I play personally and stuff, but I feel like for that sort of stuff to have maximum effect when you play it out and stuff, you really need to like go for it and have this kind of like metallic snare that's bouncy and loud and like and just go for it. Like, go for the full vibe. That like
Yeah, I say it all the time. Have some balls and behind
um
what you want. If you want a big snare, make a big snare. Or if you want to,
I mean, if you have like a catchy bass line and it's like that, and it's taking that much attention, then but you still want to make it a dance track, then you got to balance it out with, yeah, exactly, Phil Collins the shit out of this, like, make it really big roomy ish, does that make sense?
100%. Can I say a bad joke?
Yes.
Do you know the famous Chinese producer? What's his
No.
name? Sai Chen. Funny.
It's good.
No. I'm sorry. What?
I think I have to go.
Wait. Let's leave it with that.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it. You can please, everybody that we couldn't listen to the sound, please come back on Wednesday. I hope that Louise can also be in the chat and putting her input also to the
On
stuff.
Wednesday?
Yeah, because it was fun.
Yeah, this was so fun. Like, I would definitely come back. Of course.
And short. And wait, tomorrow we said we're gonna do everybody join the Discord now. Twitch, no, don't do Twitch TV Moscow jokes. Do Disco, Twitch TV Moscow Disco, and come watch me get slaughtered.
In Warzone.
In
Got
Warzone.
it.
I'm not a militant person, but I enjoy it very much. I like this strategy and the fact that you're getting killed every moment that you rest. Somebody's killing you. Like, you could
Gotcha.
never rest. It's just running and running and running. And
Sounds exhausting.
yeah, it's exhausting. But it's fun. It's fun.
Thanks everyone for having me. Thank you, Moscow, for inviting me. This was really fun. I honestly, if I didn't have this call, I would have stayed on like another 2 hours or something easy.
Likewise. Likewise, yes. But let's do it again. I'll open my diary. 15.
Okay, how
Diary.
professional.
Dear diary.
My wait, my SoundCloud is soundcloud.com chen CHCHCHEN.
Easy. And also
Easy.
follow her on Instagram. Same
Yeah.
handler. Handle.
Handle.
Yeah.
Handle.
She doesn't have a
Handle.
handler. She's not a spy. And that we know of. What else? What else do you want to plug? Tomorrow you have your NTS show.
Oh yeah, and tomorrow,
o'clock.
tomorrow I'm doing Tirius Nash, The Dream special, all his songwriting and production and his own songs, like as an artist, for 1 hour. So 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. in London or the UK, and 2 to 3 p.m. in Central Europe.
But what's your favorite track, which is not Britney Spears or
And Madonna?
Yeah, or Umbrella or
one of my favorite tracks by
Yeah.
him, Fancy, obviously.
All right. Exactly.
Fancy, the guy makes a 6-minute track and only brings in the kick for the last like 4 bars. Are you kidding me? That's so sexy.
Yes. What time tomorrow you want to do the Discord? So we'll tell everybody while you're here.
Can we do like?
You want to think about it?
No, can we do like 7 p.m.?
7
or is that
p.m.?
too late?
Whatever you want. I mean, I might be eating while we're doing it, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah. What do you think?
What do you think, chat room?
I say guys. Guys, it's okay to say, even if there's girls there. It's allowed. Not Snapchat. Discord. What's with the Snapchat?
Discord.
What is
I don't
Snapchat?
know.
I've never had Snapchat.
Snapchat, yeah, I had it for like 5 minutes, but it's really not for me.
What time zone? I said 7
CET.
Central European. Yeah, like 6 UK, like 12. I'll do a graphic
in New York. So like 12 EST, 9 PST, 9 a.m. PST, noon EST.
All right. So we don't. I see that we don't have to speak with you. So tomorrow you're able to speak with us. Also, you can talk, not just chat. And remix competition. I'm sorry, you gotta go. You can go. I can just boom. Say goodbye.
Thank you. Bisous. Bye.
Thank you very much. We'll speak with you in a bit.
Yeah.
Ciao. So tomorrow a little voice chat on our Discord. There is this We Hear You there. Just join there, and then we'll join there also. Also, now I'm gonna do something very cool, and I'm gonna do the first stream. If you want to join, join. If you don't want to join, whatever. Chris, are you still here? Do you want to come up? Do you want to play? What's going on? Where are you? Where are you, Chris? You're still here? I'm gonna start the stream. I'm gonna start the stream here, and then I'm gonna end the stream here. But before I do that, I'm gonna do something very interesting. So the remix competition. Anyway, you guys know everything already. I'm gonna do raid, and I'm gonna do raid Moscow, Disco Halal raid at Moscow Disco. Is it raiding? Is it working? I raided. Does it work? I'm guessing it worked. Disco. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks everybody for this, and I'll see you on Wednesday with Anti-Flow and tomorrow. All right? It's just counting down, of course. Yeah. Love you guys. See you on the other stream. I'm gonna make it. I'm running.